a brand new day. Good love is on the way, and if you take my hand, I'll walk with you to Georgia. Have you ever been in love? You dove in from high above, and if the answer's no, well then I'd like to get to know you. And though I know these lights are blinding, I will guide us home.
Okay, this quality is not good, and I don't even know if you can hear me, but I am gonna eat breakfast, school breakfast, so I could take my allergy pills, and my nose is so dang runny, so I need to blow my freaking nose. Hold up, I don't even know if I did an intro to this video. So I'm doing a day in the life of a PE teacher, elementary PE teacher, and I feel like a lot of you subscribe to my channel because you found my PE teaching vlogs, and I'm bringing them back because you know what? I'm feeling myself again because it's almost that time of year, like the end of the year. So I'm like motivated to film, and I'm like in a better mood because it's almost the end of the school year. So I'm gonna film this for you guys because I did make a poll. I asked if you wanted a dedicated YouTube vlog for PE teaching or you want me to mix it up with my lifestyle. And a lot of you voted for dedicated PE teaching vlog. So I'm doing that. And I'm filming on my phone because I didn't bring my vlog camera. So I will catch you guys after school and I'll let you know what I did today. You guys, I don't know. I really hope that's not poop. Hopefully it's just mud. All right, I am finally home. I'm so happy, and I am making a chicken cilantro burrito in the air fryer. So I want to talk about what I did today with my students. For my kinder and first graders, we practice the skill. For the skills for my kinder and first, we practice dribbling. So we did basketball. So dribbling, if they don't know how to dribble, they can just bounce and catch, bounce and catch. And then the main activity is called treasure hunt. I had bean bags in the middle and I grouped the kids. There's 6 different groups. It really depends on your class size. So it could be 4 groups, or 5 groups, or 6 groups. Again, it really depends how many students you have that day. So I grouped the students and one person will dribble in the middle and grab 1 bean bag at a time and then go back to their team, and then they just take turns and practice dribbling. So that's what I did with my kinder and first graders. And then with my older students, so 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, we practice shooting, so basketball shooting. So again, we start off practicing with shooting because I want them to get used to it before we play the actual game. And then the actual game is a mini basketball relay type game, and I'll link the video in the description box because I found it on physed games. I think that's what it's called. I get a lot of my games from physed games. I like the visual part. If I can see videos of it or if I actually played it when we do PDs and stuff, I will do the activities. I hate when there's an activity and it's like a long lesson plan and they don't show pictures. Like, I need pictures, especially like activities. So I'll link that video, the activity, in the description box if you are planning to do like basketball or something like that. But that's what I did. I had a really good day. Air fryer's done. Let me flip my burrito and I'll be back to reflect. All right, so reflecting on the day. Can't even talk. I had a really good day today, and did I say it's Monday? It's Monday. I had a really good day, very chill. For my 5th graders today, they didn't have PE. They are doing bike safety. So this next 2 weeks, they're doing bike safety, which is pretty cool because, well, not the first day. First day is like, you know, it's in the classroom and go over like safety and just the basic of bike safety. After that, I'm gonna be going with the 5th graders and go on a bike ride, which would be pretty exciting, but also kind of scary because there's a lot of kids in there and I want to make sure everybody's safe, right? Yeah, I had a really good day, and oh, I do have like some news that I haven't updated because I haven't done a PE teaching vlog in a while, but I will give you a job update in the next clip. I'm just like, I'm hungry and I want to eat first.
Which cup do you want?
Ooh, let me pick a good one because I haven't. Let's do this one.
The AC down here, because this is such a better AC down here. It just works good.
So much better.
Like, the other one just did not work for this. This one's. I have a spoon if you need to.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to work out a lot.
Alright, so job update. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've been going to 2 schools. I teach at 2 schools. Maybe I'll talk about like the pros and cons of teaching in multiple schools, because I know a lot of, maybe not a lot, but many teachers, many PE teachers, they teach multiple schools. And I think in my district this year, there's 3 elementary schools that all have half-time PE teachers. Out of the 3, I teach in 2, so I'm half-time in school 1, half-time in school 2, which equals to full-time. But next year, I will be teaching in 1 school, which I'm pretty excited about because that means, you know, just staying in 1 school and you get to see your students more. I actually got the news 2 weeks ago. I remember my principal in school 1, one of my schools, she texted me and she was like, hey, can you come to my office in 15 minutes or something like that? And I overthink a lot, and I thought I was in trouble, even though I know I didn't do anything wrong. It's just, you know, going to the principal's office is just so scary, you know? So I was just like overthinking. I was texting Brandon. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know why she's texting me to go to her office, like so sudden, you know, like it's either good news or bad news. And then when I went to the office and she offered for me to stay full-time, yeah, I got super excited. I also got kind of emotional because I thought about my school too, and I have to say like bye to the students and let them know that I'm not going to be coming back to that school next year. I haven't told them yet, but I will tell them next week. By the time this video goes up, I already told my students in school too. Yeah, I am not ready to tell my students I'm not going to be returning because, you know, I'd rather just be in 1 school, and I already know I'm going to be emotional telling the students there, and I just hope that they understand, and I know they will. You know, that's life. People come and go, and that's okay. But I'm just not ready to have that conversation with them, but I know I need to have that conversation with them because the school year is almost over, and it would be pretty messed up if, like, you know, next year they expect me to be their PE teacher and they see somebody new, you know? So it's really important that you, like, if feel like if you're gonna leave, like you need to let your students know, especially students that are gonna be there next year. And I wanna talk about like the pros and cons of teaching in 2 schools. All right, I'm gonna do pros and cons now of, you know, going to multiple schools because I've been doing it for 2 years. Let's start with pros and then I'll go with cons. So pros, getting to know more students and teachers in the school district. Going to 2 schools, so if you're a specials teacher, like, you know, music, art, PE, Spanish, I don't know, whatever specials that you have, you see the whole school. So I know by going to 2 schools, I learn like almost 500 students. So that's a lot of students that I had to learn. And honestly, it took me a while, especially like my kindergartners. I feel kind of bad, but I know all my students now. I know all my students' names, but it took me until like March to finally learn the kindergartners' names. That's one of the pros, is just, you know, getting to know more students in the school district. And another pro is learning different things from both schools. And, you know, each school has a different environment, and, you know, even if it's the same school district, each school will have its own like thing going on. Like they might handle behaviors differently. They might handle like, I don't know, it's just, it could be a different vibe. I probably learned a lot in school 1 and I learned a lot in school 2, and I could, you know, whatever I learned in school 2, I can see what they do differently in school 1 and vice versa. So it's very interesting, and it's nice that I got to experience multiple schools and see both of that, like just to see the different environments. Another pro is seeing a class once a week, especially if it's a difficult class or a class that has a lot of students with behavior problems. Usually we have Mondays off, like, you know, with President's Day, Martin Luther King Day, or things like that. And sometimes we have like Fridays off because of professional development. Sometimes I don't see my students for 2 weeks. So here's an example. On Monday, like this upcoming Monday, I won't see my students because it'll be Memorial Day weekend. So the students that I had today, I'm like, all right, see you in 2 weeks, because that's when I will see them. So I barely see them. So especially it's a pro when a class is like very difficult, or just, you know, students that grinds my gears. I'm like, see you in 2 weeks. So that's a pro. Another pro is potlucks. Both schools love to do potlucks. Sometimes I miss some of the potlucks because I'm not there, but whenever they do like a week of like potlucks, like themed food, I'm like so excited, because who doesn't like food? So it's nice to be able to enjoy a lot of potlucks, especially going to multiple schools. All right, I think that's the pros, and that's the only pros that I can think of as of right now. And then cons, it's like the same thing as a pro. Seeing each class once a week is a con, because it's hard to build that relationship with students if you only see them once a week. But it'll be nice when you are like full-time in a school, one school. You'll see the classes multiple times a week. The past 2 years, the classroom teachers would teach PE, and then I would teach PE whenever I'm there. Probably the expectations, the rules are like different, so the consistency of routines is not there. So I'm excited to just be in one school and have that consistency. But yeah, seeing kids once a week is a con, because I would like to see them more to build those relationships with them. Another con is you know, going to multiple schools, is coming into the school and then you see a messy PE equipment room. Sometimes I close my eyes, like before I open the door, I close my eyes, open it to see how, you know, it gets messy, especially if you're not there full time, and like the classroom teachers gotta teach PE too. So it can get messy in the PE equipment room, and it does get annoying, but I get it because they're in a rush too. And there's just multiple people that go through the PE equipment when I'm not there. But when I stay in one school, I'm able to know where all the equipment should go and organize everything, make sure all the equipment is where it's supposed to be and not all messed up. So that's one of the cons. I hate it so much. I'm not gonna miss that. I am not gonna miss that. Another con is the gym space. When you go to 2 different schools, they're gonna have different gyms. In one of my schools, the gym is like 2 times bigger, or almost 2 times bigger compared to the other one. So I do have to think about like what equipment to use and how I should set up, because the gym in school 1 is different than school 2. One's bigger than the other. It's not like a big deal, but I just hate how one of the gyms is like way smaller than the other. But it's okay. I'm grateful for the gym, because then I know a lot of I know some PE teachers, they don't teach in a gym. So I'm very grateful that I have a gym, because I would hate to teach outside. And I give props to people who do have to teach outside, because I would not like that. Those are my pros and cons of teaching in multiple schools. Definitely excited to just be in one school, because I've never done that. I've only experienced teaching on Zoom in one school, but only Zoom, and then teaching multiple schools the past 2 years, and then next year will be 1. So definitely interesting. The schedule will definitely be different.